what is happening is every company is involved in this generating invoices in SAP, because that's when the S&D sales and distribution, when they do the sales order, they sell the goods and services. But in earlier, what used to happen is company used to create the invoice in SAP and directly they send to the customers actually.
Yes.
So the problem happened is government actually issued a lot of notice many issues here actually, because what happened is a lot of people were creating many fake invoices actually were being generated.
Yes,
And also
correct.
a lot of GSTs actually, right? A lot of GST claims are also made because businesses they create a lot of invoices that say we have sold this, and they want to get the tax benefit actually. And even the input tax, they call it input tax also. Even that kind of fraud also increased actually. And a lot of invoice reconciliations become difficult at the end of the month actually.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
that's why to overcome this issue, to overcome these issues like creating the multiple invoices for multiple reasons, irrespective of whatever the challenges actually, the government has told that we'll introduce the e-invoice system actually.
Yeah.
That's when the SAP has started the e-invoicing process. So what is happening here is SAP in e-invoice is what is doing is it is sending the invoice details to the government's portal actually, something called IRP portal, invoice
Yeah.
registration portal actually. So what the IRP does it, it validates the invoice and also it sees the QR code, the acknowledgement number, everything. Once everything is given by the company when they are selling the goods and services, then the invoice is considered for the GST purpose,
Yeah.
especially for the GST and the tax purpose actually. Because otherwise, what used to happen, people used to create left and right invoices and they used to claim all the GST claims and even the reconciliation also, because for the IT filing also, they're not able to do the IT filing at the end of the month properly. So genuinely actually.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why they wanted this system. That's why the government has come up with this registration. That's why SAP also started with the e-invoicing process, where they are sending this information using the integration of the SAP also.
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is, why actually customers implement this is because customers don't implement the invoice because they want a QR code.
Yes.
So they want a QR code because they don't want to implement the invoice.
Exactly.
So why now what they're doing is actually because since the government has made it mandatory, they want to implement because it meets the GST compliance, avoiding the penalties also, and a lot of the manual work also will be reduced there because at the end of the month, the reconciliation or the accounts payable or the account receivable, all this will be tallying in the P&L side or the balance sheet side so that they can file their income taxes and they can show it to the stakeholders, all those things actually, and also to prevent the duplicate invoices actually.
Yeah. Correct.
Plus, from the auditing perspective, also everything is very very clear actually. So that how much of what are the numbers they are showing on the financials, their GST filings and the auditing, also the company financials, whether the company is running losses or profit or how much is the dividends. All this from the stakeholder perspective, also everything is perfectly clear only with the SAP invoicing process actually.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what happens here is, for example, if I talk about the process actually, right? So customer places the order here.
Okay.
I'm just telling the small business flow actually. When the
Yeah.
customer
Yeah.
places the order, then what happens? Then inquiry happens, quotation happens, then the sales order, it becomes the sales order actually.
Yeah.
Then once the sales order happens, what has happened? Then the delivery will happen of the materials from the warehouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Then you see the post goods issue will happen because they have to deliver and the billing is generated. Your outbound delivery document is created. After that, you billing document is also generated. Then SAP sends the invoice to the IRP.
Yes.
Okay, then the IRP validates the invoice. After then, the IRN and the QR code is generated. Then the invoice is printed with the QR code. Then invoice is shared with the customer. So that's why this entire integration is actually has become a part of the entire finance flow also.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay, so this is high level about the process actually and why they started and all this thing actually.
Yeah. Like if we go with the country-wise perspective, like these portals and everything will be differing, right? So
Yeah,
here,
tax jurisdiction. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me.
here I wanted to process like how we are doing it, like how your data is moving from SAP and to which instance it is moving and how it is being validated there. And if there are errors, how come we will rectify those errors? For example, we should understand like the process flow as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. So, for example, what happens is with this integration is embedded in the system. What SAP does it? It's SAP prepares the invoice data in the JSON format at the
Yes,
backend.
correct.
So it prepares
Yeah,
JSON format, and what it'll do is it'll send certain information. For example, they'll sell the seller GST ID, and
yeah, correct.
they'll also send the buyer GST ID also.
Yeah,
Seller buyer GST ID, and they'll send the invoice number, invoice date, material data, a quantity, tax amount, and total invoice value, so that the IRP system will do their job actually, whether whatever the GST number they have shared is valid or not, whether the buyer GST is valid, seller GST is valid, whether the invoice number is already used or not, whether the GST calculation, whatever their GST calculation is done is correct or not, so is the SSN code is valid or not. So everything is done by the IRP system
okay.
at the back end.
Yeah,
But everything depends on the tax jurisdiction and the GST things also. For example, if somebody is operating a business worldwide, okay, let's say it's a European country or it's a US country. So every country has their own tax rules
tax
actually. So everybody have
portals.
to follow the tax
Yeah,
portals and tax rules. As a local jurisdiction or even local taxes, GST. Like example, in India we follow GST, but other thing you also follow the IFRS, all those things, right? So every country
yeah,
has its own jurisdiction. But only good thing is SAP has all these functionalities included in it. That's why SAP is globally used actually.
yeah, correct.
But what
And
IRP, yeah,
And
yeah,
also, if we are learning something related to like Indian GST and everything, can we implement the same thing for other regions like UAE or Australia or anything
absolutely,
which comes
absolutely.
in?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's called the migration project actually, because normally what happens, any region, they are doing a successful implementation, they're running successfully business validation. When they want to open a new branch or when they open, expand their business, these things can be copied, can be copied actually. They have the templates actually, and it definitely happens actually.
Okay.
Yeah, and your question you asked like how this entire thing is done from the configuration perspective. What happens is when they gave the SAP to you as a SAP e-invoice configuration as a part of this business flow, what they do is they do the typical landscape in SAP. What happens is there's a landscape in SAP. For example, they call it
Exactly.
development server, quality
Yeah,
server, and
quality
a
service.
production server actually. So in
Yeah.
development server, they use all for configuration and development. So there will be no business live transactions actually. So e-invoice is not generated here
Yes, correct.
because you cannot connect your IRS system here. Then comes the quality system. When the changes move from the development to quality with the using of the there's something called STMS, transport management system with the it's the SAP base system does the changes actually from all the one system to other system. Then in
Okay.
the quality system, what happened? They use for testing. There, what they'll do the test invoices are sent to the test IRP if it is configured. So they also have a test IRP system which is configured in the quality system.
Yeah.
Is only used for validation before even moving to the production because production is a completely live system, which is live invoice data is sent to the government IRP.
Yeah,
Then
correct.
your IR and QR code are generated from the production system. So that's how only production system sends the actual invoice data to government, but Dev and QA are used for development and testing.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah, and whatever data I just told you, it is the data which is sent to the thing to the system actually. So SAP converts this JSON format. But let's say if something happens, for example, let's say you're creating a billing creates an invoice, right? I mean, let's say SAP is sending this to the IRP. IRP will reject it. Example, like it says invalid buyer GST, or let's say duplicate
Yeah.
invoice number, or incorrect
Oh,
tax calculation, or some mandatory field is missing. Then IRP returns a error message to the SAP.
yes, correct. Yeah.
Then how do we rectify the error message again? It is depend on the responsibility. For example, you are from the functional consultant FI, right? I mean for FI financial
Yes,
accounting and
correct.
costing. Let's say because majority FI issues can be on the company code. Let's say your company code is not configured properly, or your factory calendar is not updated properly, or your general ledger configuration is not done properly. So those are things are going to check at the back end. Or if you're going to have everything is sorted out, then you're going to inform the team or a SD team that hey, this business partner or vendor is not properly configured. So those things the functional consultants will be checking it. The master data is not properly updated, or okay, what they invoice, they create a new invoice and they check the thing actually. So that's all.
Okay.
But if
Understood.
the wrong transaction code or wrong quantity, wrong pricing happen, then the thing goes to the SD consultant. They'll cancel or they correct the billing document and they generate the invoice again and it will resubmit to the IRP actually. If it's a technical error, for example, let's say IRP server is not available or a network issue or SAP integration is failure, then the basis team will come into the picture here. SAP integration or CPI team will come into the picture and they will fix all the issues actually. They restore the connectivity, they reprocess the failed document and all. That's all.
Okay. But here, is there any connection between SD consultant and FI consultant, like
Absolutely,
working?
absolutely, right? Your sales document and your invoice, your billing document is completely integrated. Otherwise, once you create a sales document by the sales team, SD consultant, your invoice billing document is created where the invoice is generated and the customer makes the payment to whatever the channel. Then FICO and SD is integrated here.
Okay.
But within that only is your IRC's plays a role between SD and the FICO.
Okay. Understood.
That's all.
Yes. And also for the, in project perspective, like we do like as is business and fit gap analysis and everything.
Yeah.
Like what all we have to check and before proceeding with a project and do you also deal with those instances as well?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I cover all those actually. So usually what happens is nowadays everybody are using or everybody are moving to S4 HANA actually. ACC is no
Yeah,
longer used.
correct.
So ECC used in the very from very long time, but now everybody using S/4HANA. So ECC had a some set of process like a business blueprint document kind of thing. So they follow a
Y-
business blueprint where they follow the set of configuration, set of as is scenario to be process, as is to be process. Like what was before SAP, what is after SAP is what they agree with the business, and they configure all those things as is to
Okay,
be.
okay.
But with the S/4HANA, what is happening is everything is moved to Agile now. Agile means every 3 weeks there will be a sprint actually, the sprint runs. So within the
Yeah,
3 week of sprint, what happens? 1 week they do the development, 1 week they do the testing, 1 week they give a demo to the customer.
okay,
So on the demo given to the customer is okay with the entire process, then they will move to the next sprint, next feature.
okay.
So that's why everything is properly shown to the customer and they get the agreement from the customer, they sign off the feature and they will move to the next step. That's how it happens.
Understood.
Even with the IRC also, e-invoice also, what they will do, like I mentioned just now some time back, the development server, quality server, and production server, they build it, they test with the sample e-invoice in the quality server, and they call the customer to test it in the quality server. Then everything is working fine with the dummy configuration of the IRS of the government server. Then they will say, okay, perfectly fine. Then they will sign off on the production. So that one process they will test it. Like example, a sales order document is created, sales order document is created. Then from the warehouse, your building, your material is being dispatched. After dispatching, your invoice comes to the picture where your seller, buyer, GST is shared, tax is shared, GST is shared, calculation, everything is shared. Then the system validates everything is fine. Then it will say, hey, this is a QR code for making the payment to the customer.
Okay, understood. And how about this integration things like creation of IDOC and moving data to like some tax portal and then government portals? Then how do you deal teaching on them?
I'll
Like
cover all the
even
integration topics actually, but normally integrations is all practically handled by the basis team or the ABAP team actually. There's something called
okay,
CPI, Cloud Platform Integration CPI team.
okay,
So, but I will be covering all the integrations, what all integrations are used in the e-invoice actually.
okay, okay.
In the training, I'll cover all those.
Generally, like I heard that for teaching e-invoicing, we will not be having the quality servers wherein we can test and show you everything. Uh, so that is where are you like will you be able to show me like end-to-end flow on the systems, like how does it work and how do we rectify a particular error or something which comes up and how I can deal with it in the future?
Yeah, because a lot of this government GST and all is all government licensed GSPs actually. These are Suvidha providers, all those things actually. Government IRP system is completely the government system actually. So
Yeah.
what we do is we cover all the common integration errors actually. Middleware not available, authentication, API issues, SSL certificate, all these things I'm going to cover in the your training program.
Okay.
So normally there is something called SAP middleware actually. So this is where
Yeah.
the SAP generates the invoice and ERP system is connected. But the integration layer is something which exchanges the data securely between all these things, SAP HANA or ECC or your GST, your Suvidha provider or directly IRP API actually.
It is.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. With the quality server, we can try to do that, but we can see. Yeah,
Okay. How many days does it take for this training program?
it's a 40 hours training actually.
40 hours training.
Yeah.
Okay. So you will be covering on daily basis?
Daily basis, every day the class will be for 1 hour, 1 hour, and the class will be recorded. In the class, I'm going to give you the notes, I'm going to give you the scenarios, and I'm going to show the practicals. And every day the class will be recorded. It will be posted on the drive. I'm going to give the drive link so that you can access the recording for the entire lifetime.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
That's all.
If
I'm
at all
going to
we are
teach you from the
going,
basics to the at a consultant level. I'm going to tell you like how the project is implemented for a different customer, like a consultancy point of view, actually, not as an end user.
okay, got it. But if you can, instead of going ahead with the Indian GST or tax, if we go with some other region, it will be good. I am feeling.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Whichever region you want, you can tell me. I'll take one example of any customer who is a global client. Any
Okay.
country specific you want, Europe country or Europe or Gulf countries or even US or any country you're preferring, then I can take that example. I can tell you.
Yeah. Okay.
Any specific country example you wanted, like which
I'm
country?
looking for UAE actually.
UAE, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I can give you a UAE example actually.
Yeah. And what would be the class timings?
Right now, actually, I'm booked in the morning. What time you're looking for?
I'm looking for something in the morning itself, like after 9, before 11:30,
Before 11:30 means we can make it 10:30 to 11:30. We can make it.
10:30 to 11:30.
Yeah. All.
Okay.
What about the evenings actually?
Evening session in the sense at what time it will
Before
be?
6, I have class. Before 6, I can do. Before 7, also I can do.
No, no, that is not feasible time for me.
What about in the evening? After 7 to between
Completely
10?
after 9, I will be available.
After 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. We'll see. Possible 9 p.m. also we can do it. 9 to 10 p.m.
Okay. Yeah. And
Okay.
on the weekends as well, there
No,
will
no,
be
actually
a
it's Monday
class.
to Friday only. Saturday, Sunday is holiday.
Okay.
So Monday to Friday only. But normally on the weekend, what we do a mocks actually. Every weekend, every Friday or Saturday, we do a mocks. That's all.
Okay. Okay. And also one more thing, you also teach like how the SIT flow and UAT flows as well, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'll show you. I'll teach all those actually. See, only one good thing, Bhavani, is I'm a multi-module expert actually. I know SAP SD, MM, FICO, and
Okay.
GRC. That way, it's actually an advantage because normally other tutors in the market they only teach any one module actually.
Yeah. And now
So
you are not teaching on S4 HANA, right? But I wanted it in
S4 HANA
ECC.
only. Who said I'm teaching S4 HANA only?
S4 HANA only. Actually, I'm looking for ECC.
Yeah, yeah, I'll teach you ACC also.
Okay, because as of now, my project is in ECC, and for only one company code, it is coming from S4 HANA.
No
So,
problem. I'll teach you in ACC only.
yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. That's all from my end, Shrikant.
Okay. So when can we get started? We can start from today.
Today, I'll let them know. I'll just come back.
Sure. Let me know.
Mostly from Monday, we can do it.
Monday, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Let me know whichever time is there. I'm available actually. If you can start from today or tomorrow, also I'm fine. No problem.
Okay, I'll let them know.
See, the thing is, right now I have some time because if any new batches started, then I might not get time. That's the main thing.
Okay, okay,
I have to
understood.
give commitment to other batches actually, so that's why if I'm available right now. So right now my timings are, I mean, apart from other batches, this timing slots are available right now.
Okay, okay, understood.
Yeah, because usually I don't take one-on-ones actually because usually it's a batch of people, 5 people, 10 people I take for other modules actually.
Yeah,
But this kind of models are very niche models actually. They're very specialized models actually. Don't people don't teach outside in the market.
yeah, correct.
The SAP because usually you will find SAP MM, SAP FICO, all these very very common models you'll find in the market.
Yeah.
But SAP invoice, not many people touch it actually.
But in the future, there would be a future market for this as
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
countries are
absolutely.
moving
Yes.
towards the mandated rules.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. 1 second, 1 second. Just I'm getting call.